Getting ready for our St. John's Round Valley game here on Court 1. Game will start in about 9 minutes. This is day 3 of the round ball tournament. Both teams come in with 2-0 records in bracket play. Winner of this one plays for championship at 3. Loser plays for 3rd place at 1:30. Here on Court 1. As soon as this game's over, we have both Round Valley and St. John's are playing boys as well in the on the loser bracket for Constellation Championship. Well, to go to the Constellation Championship. So 2 games against rivals back to back here on Court 1. So come down and enjoy some basketball today. Enjoy the beautiful weather. Give you some fry bread, some cool beans, other things around the big dome as well. So try to get out and enjoy the day. Cheer on your athletes. Six minutes till tip off here on Court 1 at the Dome. As we get ready for the game today.
Just an update, Camp Birdie, Monument Valley boys game at 12 o'clock will be on court 2. Round Valley St. John's 12 o'clock boys game will be on court 1.
All right, getting ready for St. John's versus Round Valley during Round Ball Tournament Part 2. We played them less than a week ago. Round Valley came away with the victory today. We're a man short, so we'll see if the Elks can pull together here and pull out another victory today. Winner of this game goes on to the championship game at 3 o'clock. The loser of this game goes to the third place game, which will be at 1:30, both inside here at the Dome on Court 1. As soon as this game is over, the boys, Round Valley boys, will play the St. John's boys also on Court 1. So come out and enjoy some hometown basketball as well as other teams as well today. Looks like our starters for your Elks is as normal: Skylar Hebner, Addison Poston, Ryan Harmeal, Bren Hamlin, and Carl Ariola for your Elks. Someday I'm going to have to get the names of the other teams as well so I can call them as well. Tip goes to Hamlin. Hamlin goes across half court into Poston. Poston dribbles around the outside over to Harmeal. Harmeal drives and falls and loses the ball out of bounds. But turnover to St. John's. St. John's with the ball on the top of the key. Moving around. Foul line jumper. Drive and up and off. Poston with the rebound to Hebner. Hebner up ahead to Harmeal. Harmeal misses it. Gets her own rebound and fouled on the second shot by number 11 for St. John's. Harmeal will go to the line and shoot two. Last couple days we've kind of struggled at the foul line. Hopefully that improves today. We're going to need every point we can today. First one up and short. Second one on the way and off as well. Ariola fights for the ball, unable to get it. St. John's with the ball. St. John's in the front court. Playing a high-low. Back out. Shot on the way and off. No, it's bounced around and goes in for a 2-0 lead for St. John's. Round Valley's in black today as a guest team, with St. John's being the home team. Ball over to Ariola, who drains a three-point shot. 3-2 for Round Valley. St. John's across half court. Number 4 drives. Back out front. Taking their time here. Being patient with the ball early in this game. Down in the corner. Nice job by number 2 to get up and get that ball. Travel on St. John's. Round Valley will get the ball back. Hamlin with the ball. Hamlin across half court. Hamlin continues to drive all the way to the basket and off. St. John's gets the ball out, tries to push it out in front. Good job by Hebner to slow him down. Jump shot and good by number 4 for St. John's. Up to Hebner. Round Valley push. Over to Harmeal. Turnover on Hebner. St. John's will push the other way. Little pop by number 4 again. Off. St. John's able to get the rebound as we stood and watched. Foul by Hamlin there. First shot is good by number 21, I believe. 5-3. Second shot on the way, off. Poston with the rebound over to Ariola. Ariola will push it up. And tripped and fouled by number 21. Ball out on the side. Ball over to Hamlin. Hamlin with a 20-footer. Off. And ball tapped around to St. John's, who pushes it ahead. St. John's moves the ball around, cross court. 18-footer off. Harmeal with the rebound. Harmeal pushes it ahead. Cross half court to Poston. Poston able to corral it. Back to Ariola. 5-3 your score. 4:40 left in the game. Back to Hebner. Hebner to Hamlin. Ball out of bounds to Round Valley. Timeout. Scored 5-3 for St. John's with 4:23 left first quarter.
Stop waiting to be paid. Get paid on the spot. Easily take payments.
Timeout. After timeout, Round Valley has the ball out of bounds. We'll throw it in. Into Harmeal. To Ariola. Ariola out front. Back to Harmeal. Harmeal drives to Poston. Poston flips and turns and misses. Rebound St. John's. St. John's tries to push it up ahead. Cross court. Little jumper by number 4, off. Rebound, blocked by Poston. Jump ball, Hamlin takes it away. Round Valley ball, good job by Brent to take that ball away from the St. John's player. Over to Hebner. Hebner back to Hamlin. Hamlin down to Ariola. Into Poston. And turnover. As Poston was double teamed on that, tried to force it a little bit. 18-footer by St. John's. Rebound to Ariola as the Elks will go the other way. Harmeal with a foul line jumper, misses. St. John's with the ball and dribbles out of bounds. Elks will take over. Trailing by 2 with 3:03 left in the first quarter. 5-3. Hebner with the ball, back to Hamlin. Hamlin is tied up. Ball turnover to St. John's. St. John's in the front court. Three-pointer on the way. Off. St. John's with the rebound though. Another off and dribbled out of bounds off Poston. Bryn Finch in for Brent Hamlin. Round Valley's got to do a better job on the board over this game. Underneath, easy shot and in by number 14. Naz was looking for the outside and then passed it inside. Hamner with the ball across the timeline. Didn't look. Poston was open underneath right in that time. Finch with it now. Back to Ariola. 7-3 your score with 2 minutes left. Hebner with it. Ryan with the ball underneath. Up with it. And scores 7-4 on that basket by Harmeal. Pass out front to St. John's. Around to number 2. Number 2 picks it up. After tip by Hebner. Tipped out of bounds, it looks like, by St. John's. Yes, Round Valley will have the ball, trailing by 2 with 1:33 left in the first quarter. Ariola brings the ball across half court. To posting at tie post into Hebner. Hebner drives, puts it up and off. Harmeal with it, shoots again, shoots twice, and is fouled on the play. Harmeal will go back to the right to shoot 2 more. Harmeal does a good job on the offensive boards for Round Valley. First one on the way and short. Second one up and in. So 7-6, 1:16 left first quarter. Elks down by 1. Redskins double dribble. Elks will take over. Hebner with the ball. Across the timeline. Into Poston. Down to Harmeal, and no idea where that one was going. Ball thrown out of bounds by Finch. St. John's with the ball. Into the front court. Number 1 back to 11. Back to number 1. Number 1 will tie a 20-footer and off. Harmeal with the ball. Over to Ariola. 38 seconds left, first quarter. Over to Hebner. Hebner goes forward and looks like she threw it away. Tried to get the ball to Harmeal, over to Harmeal's head. Out of bounds. Sorry, every once in a while I forget to move the camera. St. John's with the ball. 20 seconds left, first quarter. St. John's up by the Redskins, up by 1. Still by Harmeal. Harmeal will push it ahead. Up to Finch out of bounds. Finch able to control that ball. So 9.9 seconds left, first quarter. Ahead to number 1. In the corner and off. Poston with the rebound as the clock sounds. So after 1 quarter, score 7 for St. John's and 6 for your Lady Elks.
Good morning. Welcome back to Day 3 of the Grand.
Just to remind you, as soon as this game's over, we will have St. John's versus Round Valley Point 2, where the boys will play each other on the same court.
We're going to be drawing for 6 contestants to do a layup, free throw, and a three-pointer at halftime of this game. And so with that, we'll take 3 people in the stands. If they go see the booth, pay $10 and you automatically get into the shootout. And then we're going to draw 3 more from the bucket we have over there. So go get it, go get signed up, and we'll see you at halftime.
Just a reminder, Camp Verde, Monument Valley, boys game at 12 o'clock will be on court 2. Round Valley St. John's, boys game at 12 o'clock will be on court 4.
All right, start the second quarter. Elks will get the ball in on the alternating possession. Ball going to Finch. Finch Ariola over to Hebner. Hebner will drive baseline and up with it. Off. Poston gets the rebound and scores. So 8-7 on that rebound put back by Poston. St. John's drives, 18-footer on the way off. Number 2 gets the rebound. Moves around the outside, drives about baseline. Number 11 with the ball now. Switch. Number 4. Step through, shot. And Hebner with the rebound. Hebner will push ahead. Try to go all the way and a little hard on the shot. Ball on the ground still. Fight for the ball and jump ball go to St. John's. St. John's with the ball, bringing across the timeline. Number 1 to number 25 over to number 4. Number 4 foul and out of bounds on the bad pass. Number 21 and 53 in for St. John's. Hebner with the ball for your Lady Elks. Over to Finch. Finch with it. To Harmeal. Harmeal drives toward the middle. Back to underneath the post, and he turns and scores. So 10-7. Timeout by St. John's. Elks leading by 3 with 6:19 left in the first quarter. Poston was double teamed on that. Tried to force it a little bit. 18-footer by St. John's. Boys and girls championship games will both be here on court 1 later today. Girls championship will be at 3 o'clock, boys at 4:30. At this time we still don't know who's in either one of them, but so come out and watch some great basketball today. Get some great food, maybe a couple of Christmas presents for those vendors. All right, back in action here. Ball goes to St. John's. St. John's across half court. Number 21 with it up front. To 11. Up to 53. And a backcourt cut. Nice pass there. 10-9. Round Valley. Ball ahead to Finch. Finch in the middle. To Addison, sorry. She got her own rebound, put it back in for 2, missed the first shot, got it back in, 12-9. I was just enjoying the action, forgot to say anything. St. John's with the ball out front. And ball thrown out of bounds. Looks like they thought she was going to cut, she didn't. Hebner with the ball across the timeline. Over to Finch. Down to Harmeal. In the middle. Again. Off. As Poston missed that short shot. St. John's with the ball. Number 21 with the rebound. Out top number 4 over to number 2. Number 21 with the 3-point shot. Off. Rebound to Hebner. Hebner pushes the ball. Hebner over to Poston over to Ariola, 3 on the way, and good. 3-point shot by Ariola, 15-9 for your Lady Elks. St. John's with the ball in the middle. Oh, that was way too easy, but she missed a short shot as we let her drive right through. Pass up to Hebner. Hebner drives, loses control. St. John's takes over. Hebner tried dribbling among 3 and lost the ball. 21 launches a 3-pointer on the way. Rebound. Ball on the ground. St. John's comes up with it. Foul line jumper by St. John's, also short. Another offensive foul blocked by Poston, and jump ball should be a Round Valley ball. We still need to do a better job of boxing out underneath the defensive end here. Hamlin in for Hebner. 3:57 left second quarter. Elks up by 6, 15-9. Ariola with the ball up front. Up to Fitch. Down to Poston. Poston with a 10-footer and good. 17-9 as we're feeding Poston right now, and she's able to score. She's got quite a height advantage on anybody on the St. John's team. 17-9 with 3:36 left in the second quarter as St. John's calls another timeout. All right, back in action here with St. John's with the ball. Into the front court, number 2 with it. Over number 5, down low, under 14. Back up to 2, over to number 11. Number 14 with the shot on the way, 3-point miss. Harmel fights for the ball, gets the rebound over to Ariola. Up to Fitch, who's ahead of the pack, and she travels. Turnover to St. John's. Ball in the front court to St. John's. Skip pass across the top. Down the corner. Number 11 with the ball. Foul line. Good job by the Brens to stop that. As St. John's moves the ball around the front, top of the court. Number 2 with like a 12-footer, and foul by Finch as she tried to avoid jumping into her, but got her with the body. Number 2 for St. John's will go to the line to shooting 2. First one up and in, 17-10. Second one also in, 17-11. Elks up by 6. 2:37 left, second quarter. Ariola with the ball up front, into Harmel. Pass into Poston. Scrum on the ground, looks like off of St. John's to Round Valley. into Harmeal. Harmeal drives. Back out to Ariola. Ariola's able to trail that. Ball on the floor again. Turnover to St. John's. Ball's scrum on the floor. And a jump ball. This time the ball will turn over to St. John's. Two minutes left, second quarter. Elks up by 6. St. John's with the ball up front. Knocked away by Poston to Finch. Finch will push it ahead. And a little late on the pass as she tried to hit Hamlin. And another foul on Finch as she goes for the steal. That'll be her second. Hamlin in for Finch. Sorry, in for Hamlin. St. John's moving the ball around top. Skip pass and a little long out of bounds. We turn over on St. John's. Ebner into Ariola. Over to Bren Finch. Ariola with the ball. To Harmeal. Ryan with it. Ryan up to Hebner. Hebner drives back to Ariola. Up to Poston. Poston's able to drive to the middle and off. Finch with it, back up to Ariola. Into Harmeal. Harmeal missed, but he was fouled on the play. With 57.7 seconds here in the second quarter, Harmeal will go to the line for her 5th and 6th foul shot attempt. Harmeal's been the only one for the Elks that's been to the line so far. First one up on the way and off the side. Second one up, also bounce around, off, ball out of bounds, off Ariola. She tried to trail that rebound. St. John's ball. St. John's moving the ball around the top. Number 11 with a 2-point on the way, off, over to Poston with the rebound, over to Hebner. Hebner to Finch. Finch up with it and scores. Nice play there by Hebner and Finch for 2 points. 19-11 with just 25 seconds left in the half. Underneath, Poston rejects that puppy. St. John's able to get the ball. Poston again rejects another one. 13 seconds left. St. John's will have the ball out of bounds. St. John's number 20 with the 3-point on the way, and good. 19-14 with just 5.5. Have to shoot a long 3. Hebner lets it fly just a little short. Ball out of bounds. So after the first half, Round Valley leads 19-14 over the Redskins of St. John's. Check the stats here, see where the points came from that first half. Put this on the scoreboard so you can see the score. So for your Elks, Poston leads with 8 points. Ariola with 6, Harmeal with 3, and Finch with 2. So 4 players scored your 19 points. 8 for 26 shooting for 31%. 2 for 3 from three-point land. 67% from 3 points. Phil, 3 throws, just 1 for 6 from the foul line, which needs to be improved. Rebounds, Harmil with 6 and Poston with 8. Good job by both those young ladies on the boards. And Poston also with 4 blocks. A couple of them came right there at the end of that first half. So score at halftime, 19-14 for your Lady Elks against the St. John's Lady Redskins. Just a reminder, as soon as this game is over, we'll have St. John's and Round Valley boys playing here on the same court. Championship game of this tournament will be for the ladies at 3, and for the men will be at 4:30. Come out and support. Also like to thank all of the volunteers to make this possible, all those that keep score, that are hospitality room for the coaches and everything. Coaches, everybody else that makes this possible to be able to put this on every time for the benefit of our community, because not only does the school benefit from this, but also our businesses around our community also benefit from this, as that rooms are full this time of year, grocery stores have more business, so it benefits a lot of people around the area when we have this tournament. So if you look right now, they're just having a shoot-off. The winner gets a certificate and chance to the finals, where they get like a TV or something, I think. The winner of the finals.
Oh man, it's all right there. Good job. Good try. Oh, good try, Henry. Let's go, Marty. Yeah, Marty got it. All right, we're heading to the show line now. Oh, one minute. You might have, everybody misses, you might come back too. Alright, we got a miss. Oh, we got another miss. We might go round 2. Oh, round 2, we're on round 2. We won it on the layup yesterday. Oh, we got another miss. Go, man. Oh, we got a miss. We got a miss. We got hard pressure shots, guys. Oh! All right, round 3. All right, TV's on the line. Let's go, Marty. Oh! Hey, good sport. Hey, good job. Congratulations, Ricky. Great. Thank you, guys. Go check out the vendors, the food vendors, the concession stands. We got market vendors here today. All right, enjoy the game.
I turned it off. This one's so much easier than that. You can hear you, it's just really quiet. I could hear you yesterday, just really quiet. Turn that down. Yeah, this one you only have to hit like 2 buttons on here, and you're ready to go. Yeah. Yep. You got it. And this. All right, getting ready for second half action here. Looks like the Lady Elks will have the ball to start the second half, up by 5. With that second quarter, really started to feed the ball in the post and in the post, where she has quite a height advantage inside. So if they continue to feed the ball inside to her, and she's able to make those short shots, as well as contribute by other members as well, we should be okay this second half. Limit the turnovers that second quarter as well. Not so many turnovers. Did a little bit of job of controlling the ball. So here we go. Second quarter underway. Finch Hamlin with the ball. Hamlin able to recover over to post it, and offensive foul, which it was not. Bad call there. That should have been more of a, just barely touched her and she fell down. That should have been more of a flop call than anything. So St. John's with the ball. That's only the first foul on Poston. Number 11 moves the ball around front to number 4. Number 2. Number 1 out, dribbles out top. Number 11 drives. Hebner knocked away for a minute. Number 53 with the shot. Off. And hits the out of bounds line. Ball goes over to Round Valley. St. John's putting pressure on. Ball in the middle. Turnover. Ball a little bit out of reach. Good job by Hebner with the two-handed block there by Skyler as she flies through the air. Ball goes out of bounds. Nice recovery by Hebner there for the block. Shot. St. John's again with the rebound. Up top. Ball over to number 4. Number 4 up to the high post. Number 1 with it. drives and hits. Ariola with the rebound and a foul on number 1 for St. John's. Girls are not moving to come to the ball. Finally ball in that Poston. Poston dribbles. Poston loses the ball. Back to St. John's. Short shot and in for St. John's to score 2. Round Valley having a hard time getting the ball inbound right now. Coach will call a timeout. 19-16. Just a reminder, the boys will be playing St. John's as well right after this game on the same court. We brought to you by Sammy. Sammy will be streaming that game. And then, depends on how this game goes. Girls will be playing either at 1:30 for 3rd place or 3 p.m. for the championship. Hopefully we'll hear it 3. Sammy and I will try to combine our talents to hopefully help a little bit. Ball in to Ariola. Over to Fitch. Back to Ariola. Now, turnover again by bad pass there by Ariola. St. John with the ball, high post, and a shot on the way, short, out of bounds. Let's see if the ladies can get the ball across half court this time. Into Ariola. And to Hebner. Hebner bounces it. Passes it and throws it away. Nope. Jump ball. Sorry, jump ball will be to St. John's. St. John's with the ball, trailing by 3. And I think I spoke too soon on the turnover. Said we limited them that second quarter. 3rd quarter we came out throwing the ball about the last 5 possessions. 3-pointer on the way for St. John's. Off, out of bounds, and it goes to Round Valley. Ball last touched by a Redskin. Ball in to Hebner. Hebner's able to get the ball back on that and is fouled. Lucky bounce there. Ball was tipped. Hebner was able to regroup and get it, and then it was fouled on the play. Nice pass in for Tia to Harmil on the back cut, so 21-16. Elks back up by 5. 3-pointer on the way by number 4 and off. And Hamlin with the rebound and is pushed. They called traveling, but she was pushed on that. So St. John's will have the ball out of bounds. Blocked there on the shot by Poston. Ball over to Ariola. Ladies will push it up. Ariola with the ball. Into Poston and blocked. And St. John's comes away with it. St. John's crossed half court. Down to number 1. Number 1 blocked by Hebner. Hebner takes the ball out in front. Oh, and turnover by 52 with the steal. Ball pushed the other way. And then shot by Ford. Off. Ariola with the ball. Back to Hebner. Slow it down here. Poston with the ball over to Harmeal. Back to Poston. Poston drives and scores. Cleared it out for Addison there. She able to score 23-16, up by 7. St. John's moves the ball around the top. Number 1 went to move before she got the ball. Ball out of bounds. Number of substitutions for both teams, with Finch coming in for Hamlin for your Elks. Four minutes left, third quarter. Elks up by 7. Hamlin with the ball. Up to Ariola. Finch. Into Ryan. Out to Poston. Poston's on the line. Shoot a 2 and score. So 2-pointer there. I think it was only 2. They said a 3, but I think it was only a 2. So maybe they did call it a 3. But 26-16, 10-point lead. We'll hope they keep it a 3. 3-0 on the way, and good for St. John's. Number 5 with the 3-pointer. Ariola with the ball at the Finch. Finch will push it ahead into Poston. Poston's not able to control that ball. Number 21 and carries the ball as she comes down the court. So 25, it was just a 2 for Poston. So 25-19, 6-point lead with 3:16 left in the third quarter. Ball into Finch. Finch easily goes across half court. Back to Hebner. Ball into Harmeal. To Finch. Finch with a 14-footer and scores. Good shot by Finch there. 27-19. St. John's with the ball in the front court. And turnover. Harmeal with the ball as that ball was thrown right to her. And off. White ball as shot was by Poston. 3-point attempt. Off just a little bit, and ball, Finch tried for the rebound off her foot. St. John's with the ball. Move inside, up with it, and blocked by Poston. Ariola with the rebound. Push it ahead. Across the timeline. And bad pass there by Finch. We'll get the ball back. Up to Harmeal, over to Ariola. Ariola on the way with the 3 and off. St. John's with the ball and foul on the play. Foul on number 2, that would be Hebner. That will be her first foul. Only 2 fouls on both teams so far here in the third quarter with 2:02 left. Round Valley up by 8. St. John's moves the ball around the outside. Number 2 with the 3-pointer. Off. Ariola with the rebound. Up ahead to Hebner. Hebner ahead. Move the ball back out. Oh, tied up. Jump ball. Will be a Round Valley ball though. Hamlin in for Hebner. Hamlin up top. Over to Harmeal. Back to Hamlin. Hamlin with the 2 on the way. And out of bounds. St. John's with the ball. Into the front court. Move the ball into the foul line. Back out front. Good job by Hamlin. St. John's able to get the ball back there. 3-pointer on the way by number 20, and good. 27-22 after that 3-pointer. Ball up to Finch. Finch across the timeline. Over to Ariola. Into Harmeal. Harmeal turns and shoots, and off. Addison with the rebound. Post and shoots and off Finch. So 53 seconds left. Your Lady Elks up by 5. St. John's with the ball. St. John's moving the ball around top again. Double dribble. They're going to look like Harmeal hit it and then she dribbled again, so we're going to have a comp. I bet the ball will go back to St. John's here. Let's see what will happen. Yep, St. John's will have the ball out of bounds on the side as Harmeal had hit it. And St. John's able to get it back and dribbled again. So just a redo here. St. John's with the ball out front. Round Valley in a man at this time. Pass in number 2. Into 53. 20 with the ball, over to 2. 5 seconds, 3. Shot on the way, off. Harmeal with the rebound. And at the end of 3 complete quarters of play, scored 27 for your Lady Elks. 22 for the home team Redskins today. After 3 quarters of play, Poston leads with 12 points. Ariola with 6, Finch with 4, and Harmeal with 5. So still just the same 4 scores there. No foul shots attempted that quarter for your Lady Elks. Also, Harmeal with 8 rebounds and Poston with 9 and Ariola with 5 for your Lady Elks. Elks are holding Redskins to 22% from the field at this time. Both teams have shot 36 shots. Round Valley being 12 for 36 and St. John's 8 for 36. As we get ready here to start the 4th quarter. St. John's with the ball to start. Inside the 53, up and in with it. 53 the basket to Hamlin. Hamlin across the timeline. Back to Ariola. Over to Harmeal. Harmeal will do a 10-footer and off. St. John's will look ahead as they have the numbers up with and off. They will get their own rebound. As a push. Do a little bit of sand in there. We stood and waited for someone else to rebound. Sometimes we do that. Foul on Harmeal, her second. Sorry, on Finch, her second. Ball at St. John's, move ball out around front. Down by 3. In. Blocked by Poston, but St. John's able to get the ball back. Tipped by Ariola. And St. John's able to get the ball back even on that one. Drive through the middle, up with it, and off. we have something on the court. I don't know what's going on. It looks like a fan or something getting a little out of control. I don't know what the heck is going on here. So we will see. Somebody said something or did something in the stands. It wasn't me. You can hear what I said. So somebody said something. It looks like assistant principal's coming over to have a little confab with whoever said something. Looks like they're going to have to leave the court, leave the floor. So as the refs waiting for them to leave before they resume the game. So always pays to be a good sportsman. I mean, all the refs make bad calls at times, but all we can do is cheer for our team. I mean, it doesn't do any good to heckle the refs. It just makes them mad at us. So just be a good sport. Cheer for your team. Cheer for your fans. Cheer for your kids and your teams. All right, looks like they got that taken care of. So play will resume with 6:47 left here in the fourth quarter with the Elks up by 3, 27-24. Hamlin with the ball. Over to Ariola. To Harmeal. Poston underneath. And ball taken away from Poston as we try to force that one in. Trying to force a little bit too much among double team. They've seen it work. So St. John's has the ball out front. Good job by Hamlin on defense there. Number 53 with the ball over to number 4. Screen set. Ball back to number 1. Number 1 with the three-pointer on the way and a way off. And ball out of bounds to Round Valley. Looks like St. John's will go back to press. See if we can handle a little better here. Up to Harmeal. Harmeal throws the ball away. St. John's number 11 with the ball up top. 5:42 left. Elks fills up by 3. Move the ball around the top. St. John's will. Still moving the ball around the top, looking for knocked by Poston ahead to Finch and knocked out of bounds by St. John's. Round Valley will control the ball though. Hebner in for Finch at this time. Up top to Finch over to Ariola. Ariola with 3 on the way and off. Hebner with it and off the top and good. So 29 to 24, 5-point lead, 3-pointer on the way off. And Hebner again with it for a second, and it's on the floor now. Scrum to the ball, and Hebner on the floor will get the jump ball, and it will be Round Valley ball there. 4:58 left. Ball on the side. Yeah, we're live. So ball into Poston. Poston across the timeline. Poston grounds to the middle and off. Nice move by Poston, just ain't able to finish there. St. John's pushes ahead. Steps into a 2-pointer. Rebound for St. John's. Another shot on the way, off. Poston with the board. Over to Finch. Finch will push it. Up to Hebner. Hebner will slow it down. Back to Poston. Back to Hebner. And ball thrown away, but off is Redskins 2. Round Valley will have the ball. Still trying to force it when we don't have anybody open underneath. Ball goes into Hamlin up top. Ariola with the three-pointer on the side. Oh, offensive foul there. Illegal screen on Hebner. That'll be her second. So 4:06 left in the game. Elks still up by 5, 29-24. Round Valley continues to move St. John's continues to move the ball around the side. 2-pointer on the way, about a 20-footer. Oh! Offensive foul there. Also a moving screen on going the other way. Hamner with the ball. Hebner to Poston. Poston with the 18-footer. Oh, in all the way down and out. And ball off of St. John's leg to Round Valley. Good job by Harmeal there. Over to Hebner. Hebner with the 3 off. Harmeal with the rebound. Up with the and scores. Great job by Harmeal with the rebound and score there. 31-24, 3:39 left in contest. As number 25 shoots and scores on that. Hamlin with the ball across timeline. Over to Hebner. Down to Ariola. Ariola with the 3 on the way. Oh, in and out again. Ball pushed ahead, be out of bounds to Round Valley. 3:06 left in the game. Timeout on the floor with your Elks leading by 5. 31-26, 3:06 left in the contest. As soon as this game's over, the Round Valley boys against St. John's boys here on court 1. Also, if the Elks continue to lead, they'll play for championship at 3 o'clock here. If St. John's able to mount a comeback and come back, the Lady Elks will play at 1:30 also here on court 1. So either way, court 1 for the next 3-4 hours. So come down and enjoy some basketball. So turnover by St. John's before the timeout. Round Valley will have the ball. Looking for St. John's to come out pressing here, down by 5 with just 3 minutes left in the game. Which they do. Ball's in. We're standing. Ball into Harmeal. Harmeal's ahead. Harmeal's able to break ahead of the pack. And blocking foul. Harmeal will go to the line to shoot 2. Harmeal will be at the line to shoot her 7th and 8th foul shot of the game. She's only Elk that's been to the line today. So far, 1 for 6. First one short. Second one up by Harmeal. And in. 32-26. As Harmeal is able to get that second one going. St. John's push ahead. Move the ball around the outside. And able to control that ball. Bad pass, but he was able to keep it. Around Harmil and Ariola with the rebound. Harmil across the timeline easily. And a foul on St. John's. 2:22 left. .220 left in game. Round Valley up by 6 here. Noon, 12 o'clock game will be your Round Valley boys against the St. John's boys in the consolation bracket, as your Elks lost yesterday their first game and came back and won last night, so they'll play again today. And if they win then they'll play for the consolation championship later today. Come and cheer them on as well as the girls. A lot of great action down here today, so come down last day of round ball. Fabulous crew that puts this on every year. It seems like it always runs smoothly. From all the volunteers and all those that help. Also, want to thank Wes for the equipment that we have set up around all the courts, actually, so people can watch the games, and even when we're not on live, they can still watch the games, but also a live stream that we're able to watch and see what's going on. All right, after timeout, back in action here. Ball into Poston. Down to Ariola. Into Harmil. Good pass and in. So Harmil up with the scores and fouled on the play. She'll go to the line to shoot one. Nice play off the timeout there by Round Valley. Harmil back to the line. First one up, off. Tipped from Ariola, posted, and in. Poston able to go back and score again. So 10-point lead. 4 quick points by the Elks. St. John's ahead. Moving the ball ahead up around the top of the key. In the corner. And still by Hebner. Hebner ahead. Leaves the ball though. And it will be a jump ball going back to St. John's. In those situations up, just need to grab the ball, hold it, clear it out, and wait. St. John's with the ball up front, 1:50 left in the game, Elks up by 10. High post, on the handoff, Harmil up with it, back to Ariola. Ariola will slow it down, up to Harmil. And timeout by Coach Slade. 1:36 left in the game, 26 to 36. Nice 4-point swing there by your Lady Elks as they got a basket by Harmil. Missed a layup, but Ariola was able to tip the rebound over to Poston, who put it in for 2 more. So 36-26, 1:36 left in the contest. Ariola with the ball out of bounds. Ball goes into Poston. Posting back to Ariola. Ariola with the 3 on the way, and good! So 39-26 after that 3-pointer. All of a sudden up to a 13-point lead. Working in, off. Posting with board, but off at St. John's. Ball out of bounds with 1:18, so 13-point lead. All of a sudden here late in the fourth quarter for Round Valley. As timeout for some reason. Oh, it's like Finch in for Hebner. As Hebner has something wrong with the leg strap. The ball into Hamlin. Hamlin back to Ariola. But timeout as they were trapped in the backcourt. Slade calls timeout there. For them to regroup. 1:10 left. A 13-point lead for your Lady Elks. Nice defense by your Lady Elks tonight. St. John's has been cold the whole game, but to limit a team as good as St. John's to only 26 points in the game, that's pretty impressive. Girls talk well out in the court. They move back and forth, help each other out. Do a good job of communicating on the court on defense. Coach Slade and the rest of the staff has done a good job of teaching them basic fundamentals of how to play defense, whether it's in a zone or man-to-man. All right, half timeout. Harmeal with the ball. Underneath. Nice pass and foul on the play. Sorry, didn't forget. But nice pass from Ariola on the out-of-bounds place to Harmeal. Harmeal back to the foul line. Harmeal's had lots of practice at the foul line today. So shooting 2 more with 1:09 left in the game. First one up and in. 40-26. Second one up and in as well. 41-26, 15-point lead. St. John's shoots a 3 from the top of the key. Number 1 away off. Poston with the rebound. Harmeal with it and out of bounds from as St. John's knocks it out. Round Valley will have it. Hebner back in. We'll go back in for Hamlin. 52 seconds left. Ball into Harmeal. Harmeal works it out in front. Drives the mill, passes it back out to Hebner. No hurry at this time. And turnover. Be a jump ball, but Round Valley will retain possession of that ball. Ball into Harmeal as her man stays back. Into Ariola, back out to Finch, back to Harmeal. Over to Harmeal, bad pass by Harmeal. St. John's has the ball. 20 seconds left in the game, down by 15 at this point. Long 3 on the way, off. Rebound again to St. John's. Turnover. Harmeal comes up with it. Slows it down. Up to Finch. Back to Harmeal. And game over. Round Valley with a 41-26 lead. Game was close at 32-26. Round Valley is able to score the last 9 points of the game to pull away at the end, winning 41-26. The girls will play for championship today at 3 p.m. Up next will be your boys game between Round Valley and St. John's in the consolation bracket. Let me get the stats pulled up for you here. So for your Lady Elks, Poston led the way with 14 points, Harmia with 12, Ariola with 9, Finch with 4, and Hebner with 2, so a score of 41 points, shooting 35% from the field. 17-49. St. John shot 21%, 10-47. So good job by the Lady defense. On the three-pointers, we were 30%, 3 for 10, with Ariola making 3 out of 6. Foul shots, Harmia only one at the line for the Lady Elks today, shooting 4 for 11. Made her last 3 at the stripe. Rebound, Poston posted a double-double with 14 points and 11 rebounds. Harmia close behind with 9 rebounds. Ariola with 7 to lead the ladies to impressive victory today here, 41-26. Be back at 3 o'clock for the girls championship between Round Valley and unknown at this time at Joe City. All right, Joe City's the 1A school, but they've always got a really great team. So one of the better 1A teams in the state. So that should be quite a good game. For those that tuned in